Good morning, everyone. It's me from a financial firm. Real quick, I wanted to share some incredible news with you. Imagine being able to invest in XRP from your retirement account without having to custody the cryptocurrency yourself. It's now a reality in Canada. Stick around because I'll tell you exactly what happened, why it's groundbreaking, and what it means for you. So, Purpose Investments, the firm that launched the first spot Bitcoin ETF, just got final approval from the Ontario Securities Commission to list its spot XRP ETF on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Trading starts Wednesday, June 18. Under the ticker XRPP, the product will be available in a Canadian dollar covered version, XRPP, an uncovered version, B, and a US dollar version, XRPPU, and it's also eligible for TFSA and RRSP accounts. Now, what does all that mean? Well, let's break it down. First, this is a historic milestone because it's the first time in North America that any Canadian investor can access XRP through a regulated route, no custody risks or private key hassles, or within tax-advantaged accounts. Second, Purpose is already a trendsetter in Canada. They debuted the first physical Bitcoin ETF in 2021, and now they've done it again with XRP, reinforcing Canada's leadership in crypto regulation. Third, their innovation-led stated that this move reinforces Canada's role in building a regulated digital asset ecosystem. The market's reaction was immediate. XRP climbed nearly 7% in just 24 hours, outperforming Bitcoin and major on-chain data also shows explosive growth in active addresses from around 35 to 40,000 to nearly 295,000 down. Over 2,700 addresses now hold 1 million or more tokens, a clear signal of institutional accumulation. Now, if you're in Canada, you can look forward to trading XRPP, XRPPB, and XRPPU on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Keep an eye on their performance, especially the volume of institutional flows via XRP could see a sustained price push past upcoming technical resistance levels. You can also explore indirect exposure through global ETFs or Ripple ecosystem stocks. If you're not in Canada, watch how this pressures the US market. You'll likely get exposure indirectly through global ETFs or Ripple ecosystem stocks. But here's the interesting part. This move puts pressure on the US market. Firms like Grayscale, Franklin Templeton, and ProShares have pending ETF applications for XRP. Now they have a solid regulatory precedent from Canada. The odds of SEC approval for a spot XRP ETF are now estimated between 88% and 98% on prediction platforms. Remember, the ongoing Ripple versus SEC lawsuit also plays a key role. The case is entering a stage where appeals may be paused and a potential settlement seems increasingly plausible. This creates a more favorable regulatory atmosphere. In the short and mid-term, keep an eye on XRPP and XRPPU's performance on the Toronto Stock Exchange. The volume of institutional flows via TFSA. If Canada's support holds, XRP could see a sustained price push past upcoming technical resistance levels. Now, in the longer term, the entire crypto space will benefit from clearer US regulatory pathways, which should come by year-end. And as always, consider currency risks between CAD and USD versions and stay alert for regulatory developments. That's it for today on Crypto Informed. If you've enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video where we analyze whether the US will follow Canada's lead.